Hello, everyone. So, you know how I love to bring you amazing information. And we are speaking today with Dr. David Yates. He's been a chiropractor for over 17 years, and he went to the Cleveland Chiropractic School in Los Angeles. And I asked him to come on because he has some amazing information to share with you. And I'm actually going to let him take the floor right now. Dr. Yates?
Well, thank you, Lynette. It's fantastic being here with you today. I'm very excited. I'm very passionate about health and serving others. I started my service journey way back when I was 19. I'm 55 now. I served a voluntary mission for my church in Costa Rica from 1988 to 1990, and it was a pivotal point in my life, my young life, that set me on a journey that brings us to where we are right now. Like you mentioned, I got my doctorate in chiropractic, and I decided to specialize in the upper neck. After learning the anatomy and the physiology of the body, it just made so much sense to me to focus on the brainstem, which is actually the first organ that develops after conception and controls all our autonomic function in the body. So breathing, heartbeat, digestion, all involuntary muscle tone is controlled by the inferior portion of the medulla oblongata. And that organ is protected by the very top two bones in our neck. And so when I was going through school, I also was very active in educating other chiropractors at my college about the specialty. Chiropractic is a very interesting profession. But you could probably go to 10 chiropractors in your city and have 7 different things done to you. Now, that's good and bad, because what it can do is create a lot of confusion in the public's eye of really what is chiropractic. And what it is simply trying to achieve homeostasis in the body through the nervous system. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the term, mind, body, spirit. Well, what connects the mind to the body? It's your spinal cord. Your spinal cord is protected by your spine. These are movable bones that when they move out of position, they put stress and pressure on that communication system between your mind and your body. And communication is the key to any relationship, whether it's your relationship with your own body or with your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend. Communication is the key. When there's no communication, things start to go south pretty quickly. And so chiropractic is misunderstood, I think, a lot of times in that way, that people just, I want to get my back cracked. I have, back pain, or I have a headache. It's so much more than that, especially when you focus in the upper neck, because now every part of your body is affected. Every system, every organ, everything that we take for granted. Like I say, our heartbeat, our breathing, our digestion. And I'm with you today because recently I found a breakthrough product that has blown me away, because in practice, I'm always looking for a way to serve my patients better and give them health. And a lot of times I found that, sorry, doc, your treatment's too expensive for me, or my insurance won't pay for it, or, you're too far away, I can't get, and, offering a service is difficult in the world today, because, people have so limited time. They're running around doing this and that. So I've tried to find a product, actually, because I offer a service as a chiropractor. I've been trying to find a product that could produce the same results as one of my adjustments to the Atlas. which is the top bone in the neck. And I found that with a product, it's a patch this size, okay? And I'll just explain how this technology works. This technology is amazing to me, and it's been in development for about 20 years now. The company that I represent started in 2004, and they have a number of different products, but the owner of the company has been developing this particular product, X39, for 20 years. And what it does, it's like a Band-Aid. You put this on your body, okay? And what it does is your body emits heat through what's called infrared, okay? Now, infrared, when we look at mind, body, spirit, all living creatures emit heat and light. Right. And it's actually the spirit that gives our flesh life. You know, we're not just flesh and bones. We're a spirit, and that's what gives us light, and that's emitted from our bodies constantly. And one of the power of light therapy and phototherapy that this patch produces. The analogy I like to use is everybody knows that vitamin D is very important to their health. I mean, I've seen studies where vitamin D can lower your risk for 16 different cancers. Okay. And how do you get vitamin D? Well, most of us are deficient in vitamin D. The best way to get it is going out in the sunlight. Okay. Another example of how important light is to our health, look at photosynthesis. Photosynthesis of a plant. Our bodies are made from nature. Okay. So is a plant. And how does a plant grow? It doesn't grow without light. Okay. So light is vital to our health. And like I said, our body emits light and heat constantly. When you put this patch on your body, okay, what it does is it reflects the light that you're constantly emitting from your body back into your skin, which is the largest organ in the body and an integral part to our immune system, which is very important for cancer patients. Your immune system is vital to protecting you against cancer, okay? And so it emits the light waves, wavelengths, okay, of light back into your skin. That is transmitted through your nervous system to your brain, which then produces in the body copper peptide chains that, and this is amazing. I mean, I don't even know how the CEO of our company came up with this, but like I said, he's been working on this technology for 20 years. It actually activates the stem cells that are already in our body. Now, I am not a stem cell expert, but he is. Okay. And what I know about stem cells is that we have adult stem cells, we have embryonic stem cells, and stem cells that are in our body, okay, from birth, they can mimic any cell type in the body. So any healing that the body needs to take place in the body at the cellular level is accomplished through phototherapy and this patch, light therapy. And so it's pretty amazing stuff because, you know, stem cells really kind of like the stem cell craze really came out not until like 2018. And I saw a study where this individual got stem cell injections in their knee because the tissue was just destroyed, and they were basically going to get a knee replacement. Wow. But they didn't have to get one after these stem cells were injected in their knee. The problem is that each injection is about $2,500, and usually you need like 3 different injections to the area. But with this little patch right here that you put on your body, it activates the stem cells that are already in your body. You don't need to inject anything, okay? And the beauty is that you're using the power that the body already has to heal itself. Okay? The best doctor for every one of us is our own body.
Right.
Our body has an innate intelligence. It knows exactly what it needs, in what dose, at what time, and where. And that's the key to healing. And I've literally found it in something that somebody doesn't even have to leave their home to get the same effect as this has when receiving an upper cervical adjustment. I know this because the first time I put this on my body, I felt like I had received an upper cervical specific correction to my atlas, which is the most powerful therapy that I've ever received in my life. Now, granted, I have enjoyed a life of health because I live a healthy lifestyle. I've been very active in sports and exercise and working out since I was 14. I've eaten, good food, but I've learned a lot about nutrition and how important nutrition is because I wasn't taught that by my parents. And so when I became a chiropractor back in 2007, I took it upon myself to educate myself because really the curriculum in chiropractic, you take a couple nutrition classes, but it's not sufficient to really use food for healing. Okay. But all these things are so important to achieve optimal health. I came across many patients that were in great shape. They were they were doing, high intensity interval training, which is one of the best exercises you can do for anti-aging and for metabolism control and regulation in the body, whatnot. Or they were eating these very strict keto diets or this or that and the other more than me, but they were still having problems and they were still having health issues. And it comes down to your mind, body, and spirit. You have to have all. When you're just eating good food, that's just basically for your body. But you have to work on your mind. Your thoughts are very important. I when it comes to cancer, I've read many. People know about the placebo effect. I've read studies of people that were told that they were taking a pill that was the cure for their cancer, and all it was a sugar pill. There was nothing in it. It was just sugar, and they took this pill. And it cured their stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which is the most deadly cancer on the planet.
Yes. Power of the mind.
That's the power of the placebo effect and believing that the therapy that you're receiving is going to heal you.
Right.
So I just love talking about this stuff. I don't know if any of your listeners have any questions or if you have a question for me, Lynette, shoot away. Let's continue.
That is amazing. No, this is perfect. And I'm going to link this in all my social media platforms. I'm going to tag you in it. That way they can ask you questions because I know nothing about this stuff. But this was super fascinating. So I really appreciate your time, Dr. Yates, because I know you're busy. And I thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.